It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in Week 14. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Love throwing to start us off. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face second down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
1st and 10 from the 41.
79 Bronco.
Takes the handoff, now Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Play fake, it's Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Love to throw again. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. That opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Jacobs gets it on the draw. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain for them on 2nd and goal, and now they need 8 on 3rd.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Love now on 3rd and goal. And he will score! Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
They run for the first time with a rookie from Clemson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They bring a tight end in motion right. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here's Rattler setting up the screen. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this one hits first to the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Oh, like air out of a balloon. You saw all the excitement disappear when they saw the flag in the backfield. That penalty nullifies the INT.
Well, don't hit the quarterback then, Kate. Certainly don't rough him. Crying out loud.
That's complete to Musgrave. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Running back sent in motion.
Go.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Able to get it to Reed. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 31. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. And the Saints grab it. And the Saints come through with a big play to close out our open. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have the full field ahead of them here as they start deep on their own side. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle, instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. We send a man in motion. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And the Packers will take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Love from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. It's a Green Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Won't try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Andrew Cooper takes it away. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick six. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go now.
Motioning the tight end now.
Don't go 18. 19 tight. 19 tight.
3rd down from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Hey, smash Bronco. Check go.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 38. Cut by Jacobs. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Here we go. Shot.
Love looking to pass. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Forced out to his right. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Kickoff taken at the 3. He loses it on the hit. And they They dodge a turnover there on the return. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Awareness, awareness, awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
79 Bronco. Go. Warrior 70. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Left leg 19. Let's go. 60 back, Cat. 60 back. 19 Lions. Ready.
He'll throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going play action. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Tag. Trap 60. Trap 60. Track 60. 70 range. 70 range. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let go.
Rattler back to throw. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. He's got the 1st and more, past the 40. 30! And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost and a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And this one's tipped and intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. It's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh, he lost the football. Packers pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Hey, a normal old stop with 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from him literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
Ready? Check go.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this one does not go far. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Escapes the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference. The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Go.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Rattler to the air now. Completed to his running back. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Rattler setting to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers tack on 7 more to their lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Returning it from the 4. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31.
18 back. Let's go. 18 right here. Let's stay 19. Ready?
Getting right back to it after that interception. Hits his running back. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
19 right. 60 back.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now.
18 Cardinal. Trap 60. Track 60. Let go.
Here's Rattler. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Packers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Here we go.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take... First down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Lloyd running dead ahead. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. First throw for the backup now. Brought in right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks. It's
fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And the Saints will get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They send a tight end in motion. From the 35 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Throwing his Rattler. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running left with Lloyd. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Mark down back at his own 4-yard line.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Pete Werner has it. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Now, in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting a throw of some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking a safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Give now to the running back. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there and forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I was so spoiled for so many years in my Seattle market watching the Legion of Boom do their thing. That's what I see and think of when a safety makes a play behind the line of scrimmage like that. They didn't just want to tackle you. They wanted to end you.
Bates' kick is up and good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll come up 1st and 10. Hand off here to Lloyd. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
60 Maverick. Here we go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has it in close. Touchdown, Green Bay. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
Got it. Ready?
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He cuts it to the right sideline. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints take 7 points off the deficit. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Let's go now.
To the ground with Lloyd. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Check, Bobcat. Check, go.
On the give, it's Lloyd. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. solid 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Hey, check that, street.
Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So this is a Packers win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.